What's going on, everybody? My name is Jake and welcome back to more Pokemon Fire Red. In the last part, we made our way to Fuchsia City and went through the Safari Zone there to get the HM for Surf. We also got the gold teeth for the Warden in Fuchsia City so that he could talk like a competent human being, and then he gave us the HM for Strength as a reward for finding his teeth. And then we also took on the Fuchsia City Gym and beat Koga. For the longest time, like when I wasn't playing this game as much, I always thought his name was Koba, like from Planet of the Apes, but it is Koga, the Ninja Master. We took him down without really any trouble to get our 5th gym badge. And now what is next on the docket is here in Saffron City. In order to take on the 6th gym in this game in Saffron and Sabrina the Psychic type specialist, you have to take on Silphco, which Team Rocket has overran. You can talk to some of these guys and they'll mention, he's taking a snooze. They'll mention how they've taken over Silphco and how it's going to be vital for their plans to take over the world. And so you have to liberate this oh so not annoying, well, it's not a dungeon in the game because you can't acquire wild Pokemon, but a, main quest. So Silphco, I believe, is 9 levels, and 11 levels. Okay, so you have to get the key to. I don't even remember. It's been a while since I played this game and gone through Silphco, but basically, there's a lot of those little warp pads that we just saw near the elevator that'll transport you to various parts of the building. And, I'm sure there's a way out there to search up, what pads you have to go on and, where they take you and how to get to the place where you need to go. Because essentially you have to free the president of Silphco from Team Rocket, and then that drives them out of there. You can take on the gym, but as I've done with any other dungeon or side quest or whatever it may be, I'm gonna fight every trainer in here. Probably accustomed to that by now. I don't do wild Pokemon, so, or at least fighting them outside of just wanting to catch them for my team. So, and again, we kind of got a glimpse of it against Koga that we're over leveled, or we started off properly leveled, obviously with like the first couple gyms, but then in Vermilion and Celadon we were a little bit over leveled, and that's just kind of based on the approach I took to when I wanted to train against wild Pokemon, or sorry, not wild Pokemon, actual trainers. Obviously you can do, if trainers aren't needed to be done before the gym, you can do it before or after the gym. I usually like to do it before, just to make sure I'm as strong as possible. And so that made it so that we've been over leveled for a decent portion of the game, but now it's going to start catching up with us a little bit. We're going to run into more situations where at least with boss fights like gym leaders, we're going to be on a more even playing field. But going through things like Silphco and you're just fighting a bunch of Team Rocket grunts, we're going to still be out-leveling them by a lot. And again, a big reason why these Team Rocket grunts have much lower level Pokemon is because you can do this before even getting the gym badge from Celadon, if you so please. Once you get that tea from the Celadon mansion and give it to the guards, you get access to Saffron. You can do this whenever you like. So you might be going into this underleveled. Whereas me, I've already got the Celadon gym badge. I've done the cycling road. I've done the routes south of Lavender Town. I've done the Pokemon Tower. I've done the Fuchsia City gym. I've done all that. So that's why these Rocket Grunts are not going to provide any trouble. The issue for me, yes, so you do have to get a key to unlock these little gates here, and then those give you access to the warp pads that are needed to actually finish and get to the top of Silph Company. So what I'll probably do is do a couple battles here just to see if we get any levels. But then I'll cut away and, you know, do some more training off camera. And then once I find the route you have to take, I remember some of it. Again, it's been a while since I played this game, but when I used to do playthroughs of this more frequently, I had the warp path needed, not necessarily memorized, but I was more familiar with it. Now I don't really remember it quite at all. So that's the big reason I've been dreading. Like, I've never enjoyed Silphco, and you know, I've watched other Let's Plays too, and a lot of people don't enjoy Silphco either. It's a good spot for, you know, again, getting levels. There's a ton of trainers in here. There's no wild Pokemon, but, you know, if you're trying to challenge yourself and, you know, do the gyms out of order, you could certainly benefit from all the trainers in Celadon, or sorry, not Celadon, Silphco. And, you know, as we've accustomed to with fighting Team Rocket, most of these guys are going to have poison ground types. You know, occasionally they'll mix in, you know, like that one scientist we fought had some Magnemites and Voltorbs. There'll be an occasional Rattata family in there, but, you know, we're pretty used to what we're seeing. And I want to emphasize getting Charizard experience because he's definitely going to be our best option against Sabrina. And I'm not gonna lie, Sabrina is probably, outside of Misty in the early game, the most intimidating gym leader to this point for me. We do have Parasect, who is a bug type, which is super effective on Psychic, but she doesn't know any bug type moves because I made it forget Leech Life, because Leech Life is a horrible move. And so outside of that, like, Nidoking is weak to it being a poison type. Jolteon could also be a good option, so I'll probably look to train him up some as well. Hypno is really not going to be an option because it's just going to do non-effective damage, because all we know is Psychic and also Headbutt, but Hypno's physical attack leaves a lot to be desired. So, pretty much planning on Charizard not necessarily being the sweeper, but going to do a big bulk of the damage, so I definitely want to get him trained up. And I also mentioned Jolteon, so I'm going to go ahead and switch to him real quick. Like I mentioned in the last part, Jolteon has been super easy to train up to the equivalent levels of the rest of the team. It's my second favorite evolution behind Espeon, and with good reason. I think it's a fantastic electric type. I much prefer it. Like, obviously Pikachu's the mascot of the franchise, but as far as just a performance aspect, I much prefer Jolteon. Yeah, so some of these scientists are kind of hard to tell. Some of them are employees of Silphco. Others are Team Rocket goons, so you kind of have to, you know, if you're not looking to fight everyone like I do, you kind of have to tread carefully. Obviously, the Rocket grunts are very easy to identify, but I mean, you can kind of tell which scientists are members of Team Rocket and who aren't. Like, ones that are, you know, guarding like a warp pad or right next to one, good chance those are, you know, a Team Rocket scientist. But ones like that guy we just talked to who are hiding in the corner, good chance they're just an NPC. So, or at least an NPC that won't fight you. But anyway, definitely probably want to get Jolteon up to like level 40 for the gym battle. Obviously Charizard's about to that point, and then same thing as I've done, even the Pokemon that I don't plan on, you know, really featuring at all in the gym battle, still want to make sure they get some training so that they don't fall too far behind. So like Nidoking and, you know, Parasect, I'll still get them some action here and there, but for the most part, I want to showcase Jolteon and Charizard. we go. Very, very nice having an attack that never misses. I definitely want to... I mentioned this in the last part, but I definitely want to go back to the Fuchsia Safari Zone to look to get any items we missed out on. What do you guys say? I wonder if Sofa's finished. No, it's not finished, brother. I'm here to save the day. Step aside, all you grown-ass adults. Let the 10-year-old kid do the work for you. Okay, so I would hate working at Silphco because fucking you'd accidentally step on a warp pad and you're 6 levels above where your cubicle is and where you're supposed to be, but okay. I remember the 9th floor having some, maybe not. Like I said, I'm one of 4 of the Rocket Brothers. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go back to the Safari Zone and make sure we get all the items from there. I'll do that off camera. Then I might go back to Celadon and look up some of the, because in the department store it doesn't say the name of the TM, it just says, you know, for example, TM13. So I'll definitely look up and see which each of those TMs have, and if I want to pick up any to use for any of our team members. I definitely want to teach Jolteon probably a better electric type move. Not that Shockwave is bad, but oh, he just had to poison us. But if we can get like Thunderbolt somewhere, or I don't know if Jolteon learns that through level up, I'll have to do research on that. But and then we got that TM for Toxic from Giovanni, so definitely need to decide on someone to use that, because that is a fantastic move. There's also in Saffron City Mr. Psychic's house, which obviously our Hypno knows the move Psychic, but he will teach move Psychic to any of your Pokemon. And there's a Pokemon that I have in mind for the 6th and final spot on our team that I'm about 90% sure can learn the move Psychic. I don't know if any of our other team members can learn it. I would probably doubt it, but not 100% on that. Dude, I keep coughing. Like, for whatever reason, I've just been like, I don't know. I don't feel sick, but I have like sick symptoms. Like, in the last part I recorded, I was like super raspy, and then like now I've just been like short of breath. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm getting old. Okay, so like this guy kind of fooled me. I thought he was a regular ass dude, but nope, he's a rocket grunt. Let's go ahead and actually switch to Nidoking. He misses a tackle. That's tough. I don't know why I use Brick Break there, because Strength is actually a better power move, but we get the one hit anyway. Yay for being almost 10 levels over leveled. I can't use Dig on you because you have Levitate. If this was the original games, I could do that, but I can't here. Alright, what do you have last? A Magneton. I also can't use Dig on you because you also have Levitate, but Fighting type is super effective on Steel, which Magnemite and Magneton actually gain the Steel subtype in Generation 2, because I don't think Steel was around in Gen 1, so they were just electric types in the original games. What do you got to say? Heard a kid was wandering around here. Not me. Definitely, well, you actually do fight Gary here, but nope, I'm the one wandering around causing havoc for the Rockets. Oh, Arbok, I say this every time I see you, but I love your design. Even though you're really not that great of a Pokemon, and that's kind of a travesty that Pokemon that cool looking isn't better, but I used my first ever Master Ball on an Arbok, so I have sentimental connections with Arbok. Let's go ahead. Actually, let's let Nidoking fight this scientist. You study Pokemon. Okay. That fooled me because the dialogue, I read it at first and I was like, oh, this guy is a regular scientist, but probably give Nidoking this battle and then call it good, because the next gym after this is fire type. And although there's a water type I plan on picking up before the next gym, both because you need a water type to get to Cinnabar Island, because you have to surf there. But also, Cinnabar Island gym is fire type. The water type Pokemon will play a factor. I do not know why I used Brick Break there, and this is just going oh so well. But also Nidoking knowing Dig, ground being super effective on fire. At least, again, that's another one of those types. Okay, I'm not dealing with a Weezing and its special defense, or sorry, physical defense, and we are lowered on accuracy, even though we're 12 levels above it with Nidoking. But yeah, ground is another one of those types where it's super effective offensively, but it doesn't resist fire type. So I can't remember what type I was talking about. Oh yeah, Bug on Psychic is another one of those. So Nidoking will definitely play a big role in the next gym. Scientist Bow. Alright. No way this guy's a... What? Okay, so I guess maybe he's just... What is a random ass juggler doing here? Alright, even though you're super effective on us, you have very low physical defense, so you should die from my feats of strength. Or sorry, from my Nidoking's feats of strength. Which I was, off camera, I was just kind of looking at some of our team members' just Pokedex entries and like how they're described, and you know, their height and weight. And Nidoking's like 4 feet, like 100-something pounds. He's like just a buff. I don't want to say midget because apparently, well, I just said midget. I just said it again, but apparently that's like super offensive nowadays. So actually, you know what? Just for shits and gigs, let's. Because I was reading, I was like, wow, he has really like buff little person proportions. Yeah, 4'7", 136 pounds. So I guess not that disproportional, is that a word? Unproportional? But kind of. I don't know. Some of the Pokemon in this game just have really wacky, like, height and weight combinations. Show Team Rocket a little respect. No! You don't deserve respect. And you know, I have one Pokemon, I do respect that, though. That's my impersonation of a Hypno call. Pretty accurate. Yeah, Hypno's Pokedex entry mentions how one abused its ability to hypnotize things and kidnapped a child. Not mine. I don't condone that with my Hypno. I don't teach my Hypno to be a child predator. So, controversial Pokemon, but not mine. Mine is steered straight. That guy goes cough, cough. Kind of like me. Yeah, again, I really don't know, like, what the heck it is. What's up with me? Oh, we get the card key right there. I knew. Again, I don't remember Silphco as well as I used to, but I remember going on this one and there being significant stat. Okay, sweet. Bingo, the card key opened the door. Let's go. Okay, so now we can get around here a lot easier. Focus Punch, that's a ridiculously powerful move, but it requires... Ooh, excuse me. It requires a turn to charge up, and then if you get hit with any damage, it causes your Pokemon to lose focus. And, you're not a trainer. Work for Silphco. What am I to do? Not just sit at your desk, you dummy. Have I battled you yet? This is another reason that I don't enjoy doing Silphco, just because I am, OCD about doing all the trainer battles at our disposal. It's hard for me to remember because there's so many floors and so many different, warp panels that take you all over the place. It's hard to remember if I have fought certain trainers or not. But in this case, I did not fight this rocket grunt. No matter. Oh, you tried to disable my wings, but you shan't. Ooh, almost there. Another Eradicate. Another dead rat. I'm just kidding, another fainted rat. There's no such thing as death in Pokemon. Okay, yeah, you should give up. You submit! Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's funny. If you use the card key and it opens the door and then you click on it, your character's just like, buddy, the door's already open. And you get free Hyper Potion there. That's pretty cool. You're definitely a trainer. I support Team Rocket more than I support Silphco. Traitor! You freaking communist. Alright. Whatever am I to do against a possessed Pokeball that's ridiculously fast for no reason? It's like, I can't remember for sure, but I feel like there is somewhere in Silphco that you can heal your Pokemon, because I'm running low on PP. Oh, okay, this is where, okay, remember this, people. Okay, third floor, second room, okay. So that's the warp panel you need to go on to actually progress where you need to go. But we're not going to do that quite yet, because there's still a little more to do, or at least more that I want to show, because all I'm doing in this is the Silphco, so I really don't mind. Again, most places I'll cut battles off, but in this case I really don't mind doing some of these battles on camera. If it's against Team Rocket, it's not just any old NPCs. These are special NPCs. Yes. Both my cats are laying with me as I sit and record this. It's so awesome. I absolutely love being a cat dad. I will die on that hill that... I love dogs, but I will die on the hill that cats are better. I don't care if you think I'm a sissy boy for that. Alright, another level for Jolteon. 39, growing fast. Very good. How did we one-shot that Jolteon but not that? Yeah, I guess Drowsies, I mean, we should know this, do have very good special defense. But Pseudo Grimer is what? Yeah. Take the one-shots when we can get them. I want to find that freaking... I know for a fact, Well, I don't know for a fact. Yes, here it is. Okay. Yes, I should take a quick nap. Thank you. Okay, so now that we know where to go, have I fought this guy? Okay, yeah, I have. Now that we know where to go, I might cut away and make sure I get all the trainer battles done. Have I fought this guy too? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I'll cut away for a little bit and just kind of go floor by floor to make sure I didn't miss any of the trainer battles. But now that we know where to go and I showed where to find the essentially the Pokemon Center of Silphco, I'm fine to just cut away and then come back when we're ready to actually finish Silphco. Alright, so I will be back in a second. Alright, I made sure, well, at least to my knowledge, I've done all the checks and balances that I wanted to, going floor to floor, fighting a lot more trainers. There's a pretty good chunk of trainers that I fought off camera that, yeah, just did not need to be in the video because there's just been so much filler. But there was some useful floors here and there. Like a lot of the floors had some like vitamins and some pretty good items. I found a Max Revive, these like vitamins here like the protein, iron, carbos, which each raise a certain base stat. So like for example, calcium, I'm going to go ahead and use that on... Should I use it on Hypno? Yeah, I think I will. So now Hypno is more likely to gain more special attack with each level up, which is good for a Psychic type attacker. I didn't use it on Charizard or Jolteon just because they already have good base special attack. It's like the HP up. I'm going to use it on Parasect because her HP is not very good. Carbos, which is for speed. Honestly, not going to use it for Parasect or Hypno. I'm going to save that one. The Iron, so for defense, I'll go ahead and do it for... let's go Jolteon, I guess. So the way I base this off is like, what are their weaknesses? Are they getting hit with physical or special type attacks? So for example, Jolteon's weakness, like ground, for example, is a physical type attack, whereas something like Nidoking or Charizard, their weaknesses are, you know, Psychic for Nidoking, water as well. Charizard's main weakness is, well, technically rock, but water as well is another weakness. Hypno's bug and dark type attacks, so those are actually, no, dark is special. I remember I was talking about how in the original games, well, not even the original games, up till the physical special split of moves in Gen 4, dark types really aren't as good because dark is a special type, but a lot of dark type Pokemon have really good physical attacks. So something like Absol and like Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald isn't as good, or isn't as good as it could be, just based on that. But and then for protein for the physical attack, we'll just give it to Nidoking as if he's already not buff enough. Anyway, I'm all healed up. I've done, to my knowledge, almost all the trainer battles you can do, so let's go ahead and continue on. What kept you, Jake? Haha, I thought you'd turn up if I waited here. Well, I did turn up earlier, and then I turned around at the side of your ugly ass. I guess Team Rocket slowed you down. Not that I care. I saw you in Saffron, so I decided to see if you got better. Yeah, thanks for the help with actually saving the company and fighting any of the Saffron, or sorry, the Team Rocket members, you dickhead. Oh, you got a fully evolved Pidgeot now. Well, guess what? Oh, you think you're cool because you can use Quick Attack. This actually probably won't one-hit KO you, but it's going to be close. Because Pidgeot actually has solid base defense stats. Not like great, but not terrible. What are you sending out next? Your Growlithe? Oh, you haven't gotten a Firestone yet to fully evolve it? Even though you can just buy one from Celadon, you stupid idiot. You're gonna have Intimidate on me even though I'm using an electric type move? Jeez. Really not so damn smart like you think you are, Gary. It's funny, one of my cat's name is actually Gary, so... Alright, 2 down, 3 to go. Okay, your pile of eggs. Yes. Oh, you mean to tell me you couldn't buy a fire or a leaf stone? Jeez, you really suck at this training thing to get your Pokemon fully evolved. Oh, okay. You think you're cool for doing that. Well, guess what? We're not in freaking Pallet Town. I've got items. I've got full heals. I don't care if I waste a turn. Just as long as you don't confuse me here. Oh wow, that was the ultimate jinx if I ever had one. So you tried to have parafusion on me with paralysis and confusion, but well, joke's on you. I just set myself on fire. Oh, you tried to set up parafusion again. Well, you missed, you noob. And I can't stop roasting myself alive. Oh, you still can't set up parafusion, you freaking bum. Ah, finally, I don't spit fire at myself. There we go. Die. And that'll be a level up as well. 42 for Charizard. Oh, you think you're cool because your starter's fully evolved as well. But guess what? I'm going to beat you with a possessed crab. I'm going to beat your super cool artillery tortoise with a mushroom crab. You mean to tell me that's the best move you have? The level 40 fully evolved starter? And that didn't do a whole lot. But guess what? I have a sleep-inducing move that's 100% accurate. Well, not 100% accurate, but 100 accuracy rating. Yes, now you can sleep while I suck you off. Oh, man. That's bad, that's bad. Oh! Let's look you up. I was sucking... I was Giga Draining so good. Sorry, Parasect is Giga Draining or something. There we go. I can't remember if he has Alakazam or not, or if he still has Kadabra. Oh, there's my answer. Oh gosh, that's actually kind of scary. Yep, Calm Mind, raises special attack and special defense. Thankfully, we're using a physical type move. And Alakazam's physical defense isn't that great, as we've kind of seen with the many Kadabras we've faced to this point. Wow, he just barely lives. And for whatever reason, a Psychic probably would have taken Parasect out, but he doesn't go for it. Instead, tries to double down on Future Sight, which you can't do so. There we go. What are we now, like 6-0, 7-0? So, you are ready for Boss Rocket. Yeah, well, I've already beaten Boss Rocket once before. Well, Jake, I'm moving on up and ahead. By checking my Pokedex, I'm starting to see what's strong and how they evolve. Am I a genius or what? I'm going to the Pokemon League to boot out the Elite Four. I'll become the world's most powerful trainer. Jake, well, good luck to you. Don't sweat it. Smell ya. Wow, actually, that was actually kind of a nice interaction. Thank you, Gary. Was that character development? But yes, if you don't do the optional rival fight before, before the Pewter City Gym, like west of Vermilion, or sorry, not Vermilion, Viridian City, on the route towards the Pokemon League, if you don't do that rival fight there, that's actually the last you'll face of Gary here at Silphco. Now, if you opt to wait for that rival fight, he'll fight you before the Pokemon League, I'm pretty sure, but for us, that's the last time we're going to fight Gary for the foreseeable future. Okay, let's go ahead and somewhat fully heal up here. And this guy looks totally inconspicuous. No way he gives us anything valuable. Oh, hi, you're not a rocket. You came to save us? Save us? Why, thank you. I wish you have this Pokemon for saving us. And you get a free Lapras from a random-ass Sylph employee. It's a Lapras. It's a very intelligent Pokemon. We kept it in our lab, but it will be much better off with you. I think you will be a good trainer for Lapras. It's a good swimmer. It'll give you a lift across water. And totally unexpected, I'm going to keep this Lapras for the 6th and final member of our team. This is, along with Charizard and Jolteon, a staple of my Fire Red teams because I freaking love this Pokemon. It's very bulky, has a ton of HP, and is also pretty good, offensively as well. So, yeah, Lapras will immediately be a very, very key contributor for us, and unfortunately it doesn't have any water-type moves when you first get it, but we have the HM for Surf. I'm going to teach that to her right away. Our second female team member, so that's good. It's not just Parasect surrounded by a bunch of men, because that never ends well. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Parasong. Parasong makes it so that every Pokemon on the field faints within like 3 turns. If you ever played the Mystery Dungeon spin-off games, Parasong is like a nightmare in those. I'm going to also teach Lapras Water Pulse just so that we have a second water type move. I'm going to go ahead and forget Mist because it just prevents stat reductions. I really don't see a need for that. I'd rather keep Confuse Ray and Body Slam. Body Slam has a chance to paralyze opponents as well because Lapras is so fat. If he lands on it, it'll paralyze him. And then I was curious, does it learn? Ooh, it can learn Toxic. Everyone in our team can learn Toxic? I was not expecting that. But yeah, I'm gonna have to hold off on that and decide who to teach Toxic to. There's a couple other TMs we can get, like Bulk Up. You can get, I forget which floor it was, but you can get here in Silphco. That raises your attack and defense. That's a pretty good setup move. Torment was another one. Can't remember. I think that's it. So yeah, that's our 6th and final team member. It's a quiet nature. I don't have my trusty Bulbapedia page up next to me, but hopefully that's a good nature. And there's one last required Rocket Grunt fight before you get to the end. So that's totally not annoying. Well, you have a Cubone, so immediately Lapras will have a type advantage. Let's see what you can do with Surf. Probably not a one-hit KO because we are 7 levels below. I stand corrected. Lapras is the greatest Pokemon ever. Oh man. Another reason I wanted to wait, or sorry, not wait, but do the gyms in order is so that it's easier to train or switch train with Lapras because our other Pokemon are going to be powerful enough to make up for the essentially lost turn if we switch train with Lapras. Because I'm going to be doing that in the Saffron City gym. I'm not going to do it in the fighting dojo, but in the gym I'll definitely look to switch train a little bit and get her up to speed. Like right here, I don't really feel like whittling away at a Drowsy. I'd rather just switch into Charizard and one-hit KO it. But similar to Eevee or Jolteon, you get it at level 25, which is a very good starter point for trying to raise a Pokemon, you know, past the halfway point in this game. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I had all the other members of the team kind of up to where I wanted to be before I got our 6th and final team member, and I think we're very much at that point. Everyone is at least level 40. Well, everyone is level 40 except for Charizard and now obviously Lapras, so yeah, we're in a really good spot. Let's go ahead and open this door. And we have our second encounter with Giovanni. Ah, Jake, so we meet again. The president and I are discussing a vital business proposition. Keep your nose out of grown-up matters. Or experience a world of pain. So, I've kind of wondered this. If you do Silphco before the Rocket Hideout, which frankly I don't know if you can do, but is the dialogue different? I wouldn't know because I usually do these in order. The only thing I ever switch up is doing like Saffron before Fuchsia, but I always do the Celadon, you know, story parts first. So I always do Rocket Hideout before Silphco. So I don't know if they have different dialogue, if you do it in different order, if that's even possible. But anyway, we've got a Nidoqueen and actually higher level than us. That's kind of surprising. No matter. Well, I was hoping we got the special defense nerf, but not to be. I don't know if we did enough damage on that first one to two-shot it, but it'll be close. Not quite. Thankfully, I don't believe Giovanni uses items, so... yeah. Giovanni's a dick. He doesn't care about healing his Pokemon. There we go, Hypno level 41. And he sends out his Kangaskhan. I'm going to counter with Nidoking, so we have a fighting type move. Well, Jolteon also knows a fighting type move, but not a very good one. Uses Mega Punch, okay. Poison Point, Poison Point, Poison Point. Oh my god! I called that, let's go. Promise this isn't scripted. Tail Whip. Who uses Tail Whip at this point in the game? Really, if you're using moves like that past like the first, maybe second gym, what are you doing? Alright, and his last Pokemon should be a Rhyhorn. So, even though we're 12 levels below it, I'm gonna... hopefully it can withstand a hit, which it should. Yeah, this... okay, yeah, we're fine. Rhyhorn does not have very good special defense, as a lot of the rock ground types do, and it is quad weak to surf, so... even though we're 12 levels below it, I feel good about this one-shotting. Yep, and we're going to get Lapras's first level up. Let's go. And there we go. 2-0 against Giovanni. Arrgh, I lost again. Yes, you did, you scrub. Blast it all, you ruined our plans for Silph. But Team Rocket will never fall. Jake, never forget that Pokemon exists for Team Rocket. I must go, but I shall return. So, you can actually just leave and go to the gym now, but don't forget to talk to Mr. President here. Oh, dear boy, thank you for saving Silph. I'll never forget you saved us in our moment of peril. I have to thank you in some way. Because I am rich, I can give you anything. Here, maybe this will do. Oh, you're only just going to give us the most powerful Pokeball in all of existence. Alright, Mr. Bezos. Can't buy that anywhere. It's our secret prototype Master Ball. It will catch any Pokemon without fail. You should be quiet about using it, though. Yes, don't use it on a level 30 Arbok, Jake. Thank you for rescuing all of us. We, from the President down, are indebted to you. There's this PC here, so in case you wanted to pick up that Lapras, but you have 6 Pokemon in your party, if you're ever being given a gift Pokemon, they won't give it to you if your party's full, but if you want to deposit a Pokemon, they do thankfully put that PC there, and then you can obviously use this little panel here to get back to the dude that gives it away, so nice of them to do that. Otherwise, I'm sure you could just come back and get it that way, too, if you go back to the Pokemon Center. But anyway, let's get the freaking hell out of this building. I will never, ever want to step foot in here again. I hate this place. Okay. So before we end things off, I want to actually kind of show what I was talking about earlier with Mr. Psychic. Wait, don't say a word. You wanted this! And he gives you TM29, which is Psychic. So, thankfully we have Hypno who learns it through level up, which most Psychic type Pokemon learn it. But I'm very, very sure that Lapras can also learn it. Yes, okay. I'm going to go ahead and teach it to this again, just for a wide range of moves, and also because Psychic is such a good move, and the fact that Lapras has pretty good special attack. We'll go ahead and forget Confuse Ray and teach it Psychic. So now we have 2 Pokemon that know one of the best moves in the game. Again, I still need to decide who gets to learn Toxic, and I don't know if you can buy the TM for Toxic anywhere else, but that's also a super good move that I want to take advantage of. Anyway, Let's go ahead and heal up real quick before we end this off. So, probably a longer episode, and I was banking on that. I knew Silphco was going to take a while, but I'm so relieved to get that out of the way. But anyway, if we go up this way. So next part, now that you've done Silphco, you can take on the gym. The Rocket Grunt is no longer blocking it, but we're actually going to do the Fighting Dojo first, and then we'll do the gym battle directly after. So we'll get a little 2-for-1 special, if you will, even though you don't get a badge from the Fighting Dojo, but you do get a Pokemon. So yeah, here's a look at the team. It's full, finally full, all 6. So Lapras, Hypno, Nidoking, Parasect, Charizard, and Jolteon. That is going to be my team of 6. Can I win? Well, win a championship. Can I become the Pokemon champion with this team? I feel good about that. I think we can. So, yeah, we'll do the Fighting Dojo first, and then we'll take on the Saffron Gym, which should be a decent challenge. I'll actually show something I forgot to go back and get in Vermilion City, but I'll show this. If you're worried about this gym, there's actually a very, very useful item you can get in Vermilion City that allows you to train your Pokemon up even more than what you normally would, but we'll get into that to start the next part. So anyway, that'll do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so glad we're done with Silphco, and I'll see you guys next time when we take on the Saffron City Pokemon Gym and Fighting Dojo. Goodbye.